is receiving really a bit of surprising criticism in the sense that here's Dianne Feinstein, for example, Senator Feinstein saying this is just the wrong choice.
Well, first of all, it's not surprising. If you go back and look at CIA directors, traditionally they are political allies. You had William Casey, who was a very close associate of President Reagan, became the CIA director. You had the first president, George Bush, was CIA director for a time being, right after he was the Republican Party chairman, I believe. So none of this is surprising. It's a bit shocking, though, that President-elect Obama, who actually has done a lot of good things since he was elected and is preparing to take office, and has certainly made a lot of very good statements about the nature of things and the way he would like to lead, I think could have probably done better at this time with the choice of a CIA director. That's my opinion.
Well, the feeling, I mean, for one thing, we've had Leon on a bunch of times. I've gotten to know him quite well. I have great respect for him, and if anybody can learn on the job, it's him. What I understand, and you pointed it out, is the national, what is it, NIA?
The DNI, the Director of National Intelligence,
has oversight over him.
Exactly.
And the appointment for the DNI, and I forget the gentleman's name, but he has extensive intelligence experience. Does it match what you're saying, though, the kind of experience that can help us?
Well, I think that certainly Mr. Panetta has a great reputation for integrity. The military general that was appointed as the DNI, the new DNI, certainly brings a good background, and it's not uncommon for a military background to be brought into any kind of these jobs. The current people in the agency and in DNI have those kind of backgrounds. But I think that if we're going to deal effectively with terrorism and with the immediate crisis that could come from another terrorist attack on the United States, when you have to make decisions instantly, you don't have much time, I think we need all the experience we can get from a specialty point of view, because we certainly have enough politicians that are going to make other decisions to go along with that.
Let me just add something about that. You know, every president, as Terry said, appoints his own CIA director and his own attorney general. Now, those are always political allies of the administration. The problem with that is that a political ally is subject to personal pressure and political pressure because of the relationship they already have. And this groupthink, the thing that you know, the weapons of mass destruction issues that right before the Iraq War, you know, this famous George Tenet CIA director's quote, slam dunk, that there are weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, that is a function of a working relationship which doesn't always work well for the American people because it's too close. The boss wants to hear a certain thing, and if you're his friend, you want to tell him that.
And looking back, Ron, unfortunately, and we're not using this as criticism of CIA officers and people who work very hard to do the job, but the CIA has been misused and manipulated by politicians. If you look back to President Nixon, he wanted to use the CIA and gave the orders to Haldeman and Ehrlichman, tell the FBI to stay off the trail here because they're going to run into a CIA operation. If you fast forward to President Reagan, you get right in the middle of Iran-Contra and the use of the CIA to broker the arms for hostage deal and actually implement what was going on. All of these things continue to get us in trouble. What's the most recent one? President Bush and Vice President Cheney and this whole issue of torture. This has set the war on terrorism back and has certainly been a black eye to America. Who was in the middle of this? The CIA. Not because these people are not great people, because high-level officials tend to literally cave to what politicians want them to do.
Terry Turchie, Kathleen Puckett. The book is Homeland Insecurity. Want to join us with a question or comment? 808-0810. Email kgoradio.com or ronrnn.com. KGO Radio time, 10:32. With a look at news. Good morning, John Bristow.
Good morning, Ron. This is an update from the KGO Radio Newsroom. Diplomatic efforts aimed at ending the fighting in Gaza are going on in the Middle Eastern capitals and at the UN today. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice heading to the UN to meet with Arab foreign ministers. In Sacramento, Democratic legislative leaders say they are open to cutting their own budget as the state tries to deal with a 2-year budget gap of $40 billion. But they are balking at the governor's proposal that they cut their spending by 10%. And the California Supreme Court is hearing arguments in San Francisco this morning on a Danville couple's challenge to the San Francisco 49ers pat-down searches of fans who attend games. The former San Francisco residents and longtime season ticket holders say the pat-downs violate the state constitution's guarantee of privacy. Money News now. Here's KGO's Lynn Jimenez.
Well, stocks are holding on to some slim gains, John, on hope about the president-elect's stimulus package, one providing tax cuts and government spending. The Dow is up 14 at 89.66. NASDAQ's up 18 at 16.46. The S&P 500 up nearly 3 at 9.30. Traders shrugging off more signs the economy is getting weaker because they see both short-term and long-term benefits to Barack Obama's plan. And by the way, Apple confirms new variable pricing for iTunes. Apple's up 13 cents at 94.72. At the NYSE San Francisco, I'm Lynn Jimenez, KGO Radio News.
Next up, a KGO traffic check. Here is Joe Vincent.
Hi, John. San Jose, 280 north of Saratoga Avenue. There's an accident reported there on the shoulder, and there was also Caltrans pothole repairs going on 280 north at Saratoga Avenue. Bowers Avenue at Great American Parkway, a multi-car accident just cleared. North 101 at Doré and San Mateo, hit-and-run accident, but it's on the shoulder. 19th Avenue northbound between Junipero Serra and Eucalyptus. Delays because of road work in the right lane till 2 this afternoon. And great breakfast values start with McDonald's Dollar Menu. Get a breakfast burrito or sausage McGriddle sandwich for just $1 each, only at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. With the Bay Area's best traffic coverage, I'm Joe Vincent, KGO Radio News.
And the Bay Area forecast from KGO's Leo Chilino. Partly cloudy today after the morning low clouds burn away. Today's highs mostly in the 50s. Dry skies tomorrow. Increasing chance of rain or showers, though, especially North Bay on Thursday. Dry once again on Friday. I'm John Bristow, KGO Radio News.
Hey guys, Will Durst here. You know, there's a new phrase being bandied about by, among others, our president-elect, shovel-ready. No, shovel-ready doesn't refer to an octogenarian with heart palpitations or the guy following the horses in the Rose Bowl parade. Shovel-ready means being ready with our shovels, earth movers, and workers to create jobs and build our future, because the federal government is about to commit billions of dollars to rebuild our infrastructure. But here's the catch. Only states with projects ready to go now are going to get this funding. In other words, California's got to be shovel-ready or we lose those billions in federal dollars. Our state legislators have to work together to clear any obstacles to getting these projects moving. Opportunity only knocks once, and our legislature has got to open that door. To find out more, log on to rebuildca.org. That's rebuildca.org. I've got my shovel ready. Sponsored by the California Alliance for Jobs.
Get your carpets cleaned by going green with a call to Zero Res Carpet Cleaning. Zero Res is the amazing carpet cleaning company that uses water. Yes, water to clean your carpets. Their name is Zero Res, as in zero residue, because they clean carpets and floors with empowered water and their giant extreme suction machine. Your carpets become showroom clean in just a few hours, and you can walk on them the same day. Zero Res is also the only non-toxic carpet cleaning solution in the country, making it safe for kids and pets. They only use water. No chemicals, just their special water combined with the extreme suction machine. They are so confident that you'll love their green carpet cleaning service that they'll clean your carpet for free. Be one of the first 10 callers, and Zero Res will clean your first room free with your order of 3. Call 877-321-0739. 877-321-0739. Be one of the first 10 callers and get your first room cleaned free with your order of 3. Call 877-321-0739.
When we decided to move to Martha's Vineyard, one of the first people I called was my First Republic personal banker. I love that bank and was bummed our relationship was ending. It doesn't have to end, she said. Have you tried online banking? Well, no, I hadn't. But before we left, someone from the online banking team helped me set everything up. And now I do my banking on the front porch with the sound of the Atlantic in my ears. My free online bill pay handles the bills, and my First Republic ATM card lets me use something like 800,000 ATMs, also for free. And if I ever have questions, First Republic's online support team is way more responsive than my computer support line. And my personal banker is just a phone call away. But then First Republic is nothing if not responsive. It still feels like they're right next door, even though they're not.
Personalized service, customized solutions, quick decisions. First Republic Bank, it's a privilege to serve you. Member FDIC.
The book is Homeland Insecurity, How Washington Politicians Have Made America Less Safe. Ron Owens, KGO Radio, Terry Turchie, and Kathleen Puckett in the studio. Basic question. It's a real indictment of politicians by saying they've made America less safe. If people were just joining us, your basic point is it's because they have this lust